You are an uncommon breed.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your man Paco, host of Tell 'em What I Said. Now, this episode, man, this is our third episode for Tell 'em What I Said, the podcast where we give you raw and uncut sports commentary. Once again, I said raw and uncut sports commentary. This one, a lot of people need to hear this. It's called They're Ballin' in the WNBA. Once again, this episode 3, is called They're Balling in the WNBA. And the reason I'm doing this is because the WNBA, the league itself, is being, they're being underpublicized. They should have more fans in the stadium. More people should be wearing jerseys around. More of these young kids, girls and guys, should be supporting their teams for their cities. And I don't really see that happening. And after the playoff games I watched last night, I'm telling y'all, if you ain't ever watched a WNBA game, you missing out. So I ain't gonna give too much of the show away. I just wanted to kick y'all, give y'all a sample of what it's gonna be about. They're balling in the WNBA. And as usual, this show, Tell 'em What I Said, is brought to you by Uncommonbreedmedia, Weed Lovers Depot on Etsy.com, 106 and Company, and Dynamite Desserts. That's Dynamite Desserts with a bang, dynamitedesserts.com or Dynamite Desserts on Etsy.com. And like I say, once I come back, I take a quick break, I'm going to get all into this show. Episode 3, Tell 'em What I Said, your host Paco, they're balling in the WNBA. Talk to you in a minute. Peace.
You are an uncommon breed.
What's going on? It's your man Paco, and we're back to Tell 'em What I Said, episode 3. They're balling in the WNBA. Once again, this is Tell 'em What I Said, hosted by your man Paco. And this is episode 3, and it's titled They're Balling in the WNBA. Now, before I get into the playoffs, right, I want to give a quick shout out to the pioneers of the game, Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo, all the players from the LA Sparks, New York Liberty, and Phoenix Mercury. I want to shout out to Diana Taurasi and BG, Free BG, Candace Parker, and the Chicago Sky, last year's WNBA champs. And hey, Candace, if you retire, you had a stellar career. We appreciate you from Chi-Town, from a Chicago native. We appreciate all your efforts in bringing the Chicago Sky their first title, something that can never be taken away last year. So if you hang it up, we wish you nothing but the best. I'm pretty sure we'll see you on that TV show covering games and doing analysis. So shout out to, once again, Candace Parker and all of the former WNBA pioneers. Now, I want to bring up Diana Taurasi, who probably is going to retire next year. She gave Sue Bird got her time to shine this year. So she'll probably do her little, retirement walk next year. So shout out to Diana Taurasi. Now, so check it out. Sue Bird, all-star champion. Man, shout out to Sue Bird, man. Sue Bird been balling. She probably has a future in analyst or as a coach, maybe even an owner. But we definitely want to give her flowers, give her respect, and give her all the admiration that she deserves for such a fabulous career, playing over 20 seasons in WNBA, holding it down. I mean, she held it down. We're talking about the John Stockton of the WNBA. We're talking about the Mark Jackson of the WNBA. We're talking about the Steph Curry of the WNBA. We're talking about the LeBron James type of career of the WNBA. She didn't get all the MVPs, but she got the titles, man. She got the titles. So shout out to Sue Bird. We look forward to all the big things you're going to do next year. Yeah, you, maybe Candace Parker, but definitely you, Sue Bird, because I know you're gone. The WNBA are going to miss you. I'm going to miss your skills, your talent, and your dedication. Appreciate you for that. Now, as I had said before in the intro, the WNBA The only thing, the problem with the league is that it suffers from lack of fan support, fan participation. These stands, man, those seats need to be filled, y'all. They need to be filled. I need to see more young females and older females, more younger males and older males rocking these WNBA jerseys. The Chicago Sky jersey is fly. The Mercury is fly. The Las Vegas Aces. Man, these jerseys, man, they are fly. Y'all got to start buying this stuff, man. You got to support the WNBA. I hear a lot of people complaining, talking about the game, talking about how they don't, players or whatever, people, that's fans of the WNBA, talking about how these women and these ladies, they don't make the same amount of money that the NBA players make. No, hell no. Let me tell you why. Because y'all don't support. You can't complain on one end talking about it's women not treated fairly as men, but you don't come out and support. I'm talking to women. I'm talking to men. I'm talking about anybody who complain about their paychecks. Their paycheck is based on the support or lack thereof from the fans. I'm a Chicago Sky fan. Obviously a native Chicagoan. But the Las Vegas Aces, dope, man. Phoenix Mercury, dope, man. The Storm, man. What? Big Stewie and them. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. The White Mamba over there in the New York Liberty. In SQ. Come on, man. We got to start supporting, man. Complaining is one thing. Oh, they underpaid, da-da-da-da-da. Go out there, buy you a ticket. Buy your kid a jersey. Go out there and support. And once the NBA and the sponsors see that type of support that the NBA get, and fuck it, they don't even have to be the NBA. But once they see that support from the fans and they see people buying their jersey, the jersey sales, their pay rate will go up. Don't complain about their pay rate if you're not supporting, if you're not going out, buying the merchandise, buying the tickets, and putting asses in the seats. Stop complaining about their money if you're not helping them build their bankroll up. That's to all the complainers. Oh, the NBA this and the WNBA that. WNBA that. Fuck that. The WNBA is the WNBA. If you got love for it, show support, rock the jerseys, buy the tickets, go to the games, y'all. Man, watch the games on TV. These ladies are balling. Do you hear me? 2-time MVP, Asia Wilson, Defensive Player of the Year. She balling for the Aces, y'all. She balling. Her and her teammates, man, they running this thing, man. They hooping. And Connecticut ain't no slouches, man. They just beat my motherfucking, they just beat the Chicago, man. They just beat my squad. I'm still salty about it. But I'm a commentator first, fan second, so I'm going to leave that alone. But the Las Vegas, they balling on Connecticut, man. They balling on them. You got to watch the games. As I said, AJ Wilson, man. Asia Wilson, 2-time MVP, 2-time, and got Defensive Player of the Year this year. Come on now. She a star, man. She's a star. Y'all should start supporting. Check it out. Watch the games. Watch the games, man. If you love basketball like me, watch the games. These ladies are playing their hearts out, man. We have to do better as fans to support that. And I understand, so for some people, it's like, well, if I'm not really into sports, yeah, okay, whatever. If you don't really watch the NBA, you probably might not watch the WNBA. Yeah, I understand that coming from your standpoint. But as a basketball head like myself, and it's billions of basketball fans around the world, don't keep playing a role in the WNBA being under-showcased, underappreciated, man. We can't do that. These ladies are professionals. And trust me, it's a lot of guys that's balling. They'd never be a professional. If they changed genders and was a woman, they still couldn't make these WNBA teams. These women are talented. These women are ballers. And these women can play better than some of the cats in the NBA. Yeah, I said that. Some of the cats on them benches and there's stars on the NBA. Some of these ladies in the WNBA can play just as well as they can, if not better. So Let's not even act like that. I'm not comparing men versus women, but what I'm telling you is if you can watch the Summer League games, if you can watch G League Unite, G League games, if you can watch games, little summertime games in these gyms with cats that could have made it pro, should have made it pro, maybe rookies and all that. These ladies are professionals, man. They're balling. It's cool to watch them, but man, watch these professionals, man. They get paid to play. When these cats playing in them summer leagues, they're not getting paid. These women getting paid. Watch the professionals. You understand? Now, as I said, once again, I'm a huge NBA fan. Shout out to Chicago Bulls. But I'm such a basketball head. When the NBA season goes off, I'm watching me some WNBA. You understand what I'm saying? It actually started a little bit around the same time, but I'm watching it. Hell yeah, I'm watching it. People watching the big three, yeah. Man, check out the WNBA, man. These ladies balling, man. Balling. And we got to watch. We got to support. I can't stress this enough. The lack of promotion on ESP, whatever, the fixed network. They mention WNBA games. It's like a blurb. It's like a subtitle. They read it real quick and they move on. No, dedicate some time to watch and listen. Start following the stats. Get into analytics and watch these ladies ball, man. Check their numbers. Become fans, because when you start watching the games, the more you watch players play from a female standpoint, I'm guessing, the more you watch players play, you get more into their story, their backstory, how they got there, their family, their upbringing, their religion, or lack thereof. Their personal relationships, which I ain't into people's personal relationships, but what I'm saying is the more you read into a player, you'll find that some of these WNBA players are just like you. They got backgrounds just like you. So if you got aspirations to be a professional, you can look at people like Candace Parker. You know what I'm saying? Stewie. You can look at players, Inescu. You can look at these players' history and stories and say, damn, I am just like her. I'm similar to her. And if I work on my game like she did, like a Sue Bird, you could become the next, not Sue Bird, but you could be similar to that because there's only one Sue Bird, just like there's only one you. But if you watch and follow their stories, pick one of them to be the person you look up to and say, man, I want to play 20 years in the WNBA like her. Follow their story, man. You got to start taking interest in these women, man, because they playing their hearts out, man. They playing their hearts out. And now, okay. So check this out. I want to mention something else too right quick. The coach for the Las Vegas Aces, highest paid coach in the WNBA, first year coach in the WNBA, Miss Becky. Becky coaching, y'all. Becky couldn't get a coaching job in the NBA. Coming from that Greg Popovich coaching tree. But that's cool. Because now she has the blessing. And as I say, God don't make any mistakes. Now she's creating her own path. Greg Popovich ain't doing what she's doing right now. She is on the verge, one win away from leading Las Vegas to the championship. First year head coach. She's not the first time. She's been coaching the men for years. But first year coaching in the WNBA, she's getting ready to lead her team to the championship. One win away. She led them to the finals already. That's amazing. Shout out to Becky Hammond. I hope y'all win it because I want to hear the narrative. I want to hear all the backstories. I want to hear all the people that was hating on Becky for getting the NBA job. Whether she deserved it or not, I don't know. But I know a lot of people was hating on it. What you gonna say now? Oh, that's the WNBA. Them professionals. The WNBA, every team has a squad full of professionals. The teams are made up of professionals. And I'm talking about from the players to the assistant coaches to the trainers. Everybody involved, ownership, professionals. Becky a professional. And if she win this championship, I want to hear. It's going to be like birds chirping. What you going to say about her now? Don't talk about this at WNBA, not the NBA. Nobody want to hear that shit. She coached professionals to a championship. She rebounded from not getting the NBA job to getting the WNBA job and leading this team with the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year on it to the championship. And her backcourt, come on, man. Vegas got a squad, baby. They got a squad. I wanted to see them against Chicago once again. I'm beating a dead horse with a stick. But I did want to see the Sky versus the Aces, and I would have rooted for the Sky. But once again, that ain't going to happen. So therefore, shout out to the Aces, man. I hope they close the deal. So Asia could get her props. The entire Vegas team could get their props, and Becky Hammond could get her props. We got to follow the WNBA more. Compare yourself to some of these players, ladies, young ladies that aspire to be professionals. Find you a player or players. Read their backstory. Read their obstacles. Read their journey. Because they aren't aliens. It's something in some of these players' lives and background that resembles stuff that you have went through or that you're going through or that you're going to go through. Look at how they overcame those obstacles. They worked on their game. They worked on their craft. They worked their ass off and became professionals. And know that you put their poster on the wall, and if they can be that WNBA star, one day you can too. And another young girl will put your poster on their wall and say they can be a star just like you. You understand? Follow them. Because if you follow them, take bits and pieces of some of their journey and add it to yours, you'll be a star too one day. But I'm just telling you, that's the trick. That's the trick for all the young female ballers who want to be in the WNBA. Go find you one or two of these players, 10 of these players. Look at their backstory. Look at their journey, their colleges, their high schools, their neighborhoods, all that type of stuff. Read, right? Because some of them are some of their stories, they sound just like you. And if that means if they can make it through and become professionals in the WNBA, you can too. They're on the poster that's on your wall now. You make it to the WNBA, you'll be on the poster that's on somebody else's wall in the future. So I'm through talking y'all ear off. I want y'all to support the WNBA. Shout out to all the ballers. And I want to thank the people who produced this show, who paid me to do this show. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this show. I'd like to thank Uncommonbreedmedia for producing this episode 3. They're balling in the WNBA. I'd like to thank my sponsors, 10-6 and Company, Uncommon Breed Media, Weed Lovers Depot on Etsy.com, and Dynamite Desserts with a Bang. That's Dynamite Desserts with a Bang, DynamiteDesserts.com or Dynamite Desserts on Etsy.com. I want to thank all my sponsors. I want to thank my fans and listeners. Hey, this your man Paco. Tell them what I said. They balling in the NBA, y'all. Check them out. See y'all next time. Holla. Peace.
You an uncommon breed.